Fleur here, and I'm coming back to you with an exciting video. I'm super excited, and of course from the title you know that we are doing box braids, or triangle box braids, or special ed triangle box braids, because Arisa did not want to go and be in the mirror all night while she was doing her braids. So she did sit down, and some of the parts might look like zigzags and rectangles, but we gonna call this the geometric box braid look. Alright guys, so this is a detailed video on how I do my box braids from start to finish for the most part. Not really start, but I do show you how I braid the hair and how I get the ends and stuff like that. So if you want to see how I got this look and you're interested, go ahead and continue to watch. And don't forget, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell for notifications so that anytime that I post, you will be notified. And then go ahead and thumbs up this video, because sis, come on now, let's be blooming together. Let's do this together, okay? Let this shine through. You know you like this.
Every second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it. Say if you a bad bitch, put your hands up high.
Okay, everybody, so let's get started. I have already parted out my hair. Now, I originally tried to do, or started to do, triangle parts in the back, and then I was like, I'm tired of sitting in front of the mirror, so I started to do it by feeling. So some of my parts are a little special ed, but that's okay, because I don't care. I really don't care. The Jumbo Braid Sensational African Collection hair. You can get this at any beauty supply store, or Sally's, or Amazon, or anything like that. And I purchased 5 packs, and I did use 5 packs, but I did cut the packs in half, because these packs are a little bit, you know, back in the day when they were 3 for $5, they used to be thicker, but now they're $2 and there's less hair that comes in here. So I did use all 5 packs. It's not heavy. This is the last package, and I have this much hair left, and I won't use all of this for the 3 braids. Oh, hello, nice to meet you. I won't use all of these for the 3 braids. So what I use in my hair, because I already have rubber bands, I'm just going to use the same rubber bands. I'm just going to take this clip out, and I'm going to clip one of these over, and I'm going to just show you exactly how I do this. So this part is already parted here, so I'm just going to go ahead and pull that rubber band off, and I'm just going to put it around my finger. And I'm going to take my beeswax, my Murray's Cream beeswax. I was going to say Bird's Bees, sis. That is not what I'm doing. Alright, and I'm just going to take a little more than that, and I'm just going to put it at the scalp, on the scalp, or the base of my root, on the root of my hair, like so. I'm going to put that in the front, even though we want edge control, but still. And what I do is I just take the rubber band, because I said I'm doing the rubber band method, and I'm just going to put a rubber band on it. This is simple. This is easy. Like little tiny ponytails, little tiny pigtails, like when you were little. So that's what this ends up looking like. So that's how that should look. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of these. So this is how the 3 parts look now, so they're ready to be braided. So I'm gonna show you how I do this braid. And now I'm gonna take my Eco Styler. This is my smaller one. I just bought this one really quick. This was $2.50, and I got this at the local beauty supply store. And actually, let me close the Bird's Bees really quick. Alright, Bird's Bees. Oh my god, the beeswax. Okay, so I take my Eco Styler gel, and this is the flaxseed, black castor oil and flaxseed. And I just take about this much. And what I do is I go ahead and I just rub it all through my hair, because I don't want my hair, essentially I want my hair to go ahead and stick to the braid or to the braiding hair, so that I don't have any flyaways in my braids and anything like that. So it'll also minimize all of the cutting, because you can see only like a little bit of my hair came out, you know what I mean? So I prefer to not have to cut away a lot of my hair, but usually mousse ends up taking care of the rest of that. So I'm gonna take about this much hair, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and stretch it. And stretching it is, you just want to pull the sides apart like that, and it'll just move, and then you'll start to see little short hairs falling, but that's okay, right? So I stretch it and then I measure it just to make sure it's falling around the where the other braids were falling, and that's about the same thing. So now what you're gonna do is you're going to take 1/4 of the hair, or 1/3 of the hair I should say, and you're just gonna pull it in half, right? Now what you do is you're going to crisscross the hair over, which I think I've showed you this in my faux locks video, but I'll show it to you again. So it should look like a cross, and then the two smaller pieces, you're going to bring them together, and then you're going to put your finger, you're going to use your index finger as an anchor, and you're going to hold that, and then you should be able to split it and have two pieces. Now something that I do is I go ahead and I wrap my finger on. Every time I try to explain this to you guys, it gets all messed up, so I do like this. Okay, so what I do is I take this and I take my index and my middle finger and I wrap it underneath, and then I grab. So what I do is I have my middle finger here, so my middle finger is the anchor, and I use my pointer finger to go underneath this piece of hair and grab this, and you should be able to hold it like that. So it's ready to go right onto your head, right? So that's basically how your fingers should look, kind of like, gotcha! Yo, I don't know if y'all listen to that other places, but in New York, this used to be like so offensive. So I'm sorry, guys. It doesn't mean anything. I don't know what the problem is, but yeah, anyway. So yeah, so this is how it's supposed to look. Now I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna just split the hair in half. I don't do it in 3 when I have the rubber band method. I just find it easier to cover the rubber band if I do it in half. And I put one hair in the middle, 2. And then I go ahead and I start to braid. And I always want to make sure, that when you start braiding, that your knot is going to cover that rubber band, because you don't want anyone to know that you have rubber bands in your hair, okay? So then you're just going to go ahead and braid slowly. You see it's going to start looking like a knot at the top, which is how it's supposed to look. And you can see that there's no rubber band showing, right? Okay, so then you're going to continue to braid downward. I always switch sides. When you switch sides like this to grab your hand back on this side, you want to make sure you do it very slowly, because you don't want the braid to twist, okay? So I'm just going to go ahead and continue to braid down like so. As you can see, I have no hair flyaways. None of my real hair has come out of the braid. Now, one thing I do is, because this hair gets tangled easily, I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, pull, just to make sure that there are no knots, no kinks. So that's why you see me go like that when I'm braiding, because I'm just trying to make sure that there are no kinks in the hair. And then you have like little pieces that come out as well. You just want to throw that to the side. So now you see that there's a shorter piece and then 2 longer pieces, which is okay. Because all you have to do is, when they're 2 next to each other, when the piece is in the center, that's when I usually do it. I just split a little bit off, and then I just continue to braid like that. See, so now all 3 pieces are now long. know if you can see that now. So that should be the end of your braid. You see it gets smaller and then it turns into, I like when it looks like that because it still looks a little more natural. If you want, you could always curl this end or whatever you want, make them straight. I think I'm gonna do my ends straight. Okay, so that is complete, so I'm just gonna push it to the back. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and speed through and do the other two braids. And I'll come back with more details on edges and stuff like that.
Dice is on the beat.
So to my ladies who don't know how to braid, I will briefly explain how to braid. I'll do the best of my ability because it's something I've been doing since I was like 4 or 5 years old. So it's just something that's hard to explain. I hope that while watching me, while I explain, makes it a little bit easier. I showed you how I kind of attach, and I showed you how I split them in half, and then I start to braid. So what you do is once you're, have it attached, you'll have the 3 pieces, and I'm braiding underneath. Some people braid over. Whichever way, it does not matter. It's not a big deal. I can do both ways, but for some reason I naturally braid underneath because I started cornrowing, and cornrowing is underneath. And I'll also try to do a video where I show you guys how to cornrow eventually, because that might be a good thing when I do like one of my wigs or something like that, when I do a video for my wigs. But yeah, anyway. So you'll have the 3 pieces, and you want to take one piece of the outer side, whichever side, but this side is next. So you have to make sure you're paying attention. So you take one piece here, and you're going to bring it behind and make this piece that was in the center in the outer, as the outer. And then you do the same thing on the other side. So you bring it in, and now it's the middle. And now the middle is now the outside. Now you bring this outside, and you bring it in. Now with this middle is now the outside. I'm so sorry that does not make sense. So, okay, so 1, 2, 3. So 1, now 1 is in the middle, 3, now 3 is in the middle, 2, now 2 is in the middle, 1, now 1 is in the middle, 3, now 3 is in the middle, 2, now 2 is in the middle, 1, now 1 is in the middle. I think, oh crap, that just confused me, so I know y'all didn't get that. Okay, so let's try this a different way. So outside in, outside in, outside in, outside in, out, in, out, in, out. So you're just going to continue to do that, and it will start to braid. Out, in, this will go in, and this will come out. In, out. So you're basically switching places with the braids, and that's how you end up with the braid. And I hope that makes any sense. I hope that makes some sense to you guys. I will continue to kind of pull these out for you so you can kind of see what I'm doing. See, like that, like that. In, you gotta bring this one in, bring that to the middle, bring this one to the middle, and this one comes out. This one is gonna come to the middle, and this one comes out. This goes to the middle, and this one comes out. this goes to the middle, and this one comes out. So I hope that makes sense to you guys. I wish I knew a better way to explain it. I hope while watching it made it a little bit easier. I tried to make sure that I showed you which piece was going in and out. I hope that was not like, what language is she speaking? But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and finish this braid off now. So this is how much hair I have left from the 5 packs, but I want to show you this. And this is possibly why you end up using so many packs and it's not so light. Just from those 3 braids, this is all that fell out of the hair. So a lot of this, you might end up with like accumulation of like 1 whole pack. So it might literally be only 2 packs in my hair. I mean 4 packs in my hair. And then like all that excess hair, like once it falls and it gets like that, you don't want to use it. It's just not usable. So I keep this hair like if I want to do someone sewing, or I want to do something extra with it, that they want extra braiding hair. I usually don't keep braiding hair in that long because it starts to itch. Last week I had cornrows that I was supposed to show y'all, and sis was not trying to get in front of the camera, but I took it out within a week because it starts to itch. But yeah, so I always keep this hair, and what I do is I just fold it in half, and then I just kind of tie it like in a knot. It's not anything special, and then I just store it in my hairband with everything else, and the knot comes right out. So that's how I store that hair, just like that. So I'm just gonna put that to the side. And now I'm going to use my Miel Honey and Ginger Flexible Hold Edge Control. Now this edge control does work for my hair. The only thing about it, and you'll see like in several of my videos, if I use it, when I use it right away and like try to like leave the house with it, it looks white. So one thing that I'm going to do is I have to let it sit with my scarf on it for at least an hour. I usually end up sleeping with it. That's the only thing about this edge control. Yes, it does hold, however it's white for a while until it like dries and sets in your hair, which can be annoying. So if you know like you got to do your edges, I wouldn't use this on a wig, and I wouldn't use this if I knew that I needed to do my edges right away. I would use my other edge control, which is my Hicks edges, which comes in the white bottle. It's usually like $12 at the beauty supply store or something like that. But this is what I have right now. I've been using it because it's been working on my edges, my real edges, and I haven't been, you know, buying the Hicks one, and I should because I need it for my wigs and stuff like that. But then I've been using my Got to Be gel, so. That's the tea on this Miel Organics thing. So I do is I just take, of course, like any other edge control. I'm just gonna put this on my edges. So one thing I don't like is I don't like that kind of like super dragged out edges looked, especially when you're wearing a wig or anything like that, because I have a smaller forehead. Like I literally have a forehead. Literally 1, 2, 3, 4, and it just looks like it just takes away my forehead. Like it's just not cute. So I usually just do like something light. So I'm gonna go ahead and start brushing down my edges. So these are my edges freshly done. Like I said, I like them to be light, natural looking. And now I'm just gonna take my pink headscarf and I'm just gonna tie it around my hair. I'm not gonna tie it around all the braids. I'm just gonna tie it around the front braids and the edges, the edge control, so that that sits. And so I'm just gonna tie this. I'm not gonna tie it super tight because even though I use the rubber band method, I am a tight braider. Like I am Liberian, so I just have a way of braiding tight. But I don't braid tight where I pull my hair. You don't want to braid like that. So yeah, I think I'm gonna wet it tomorrow morning. So I will be back in the morning with the rest, freshly done, I guess. All right, guys, see you in the morning. Okay, everyone, I'm back. am going to show you guys how to wet the end of the hair. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna split the hair down the middle like so. This is pretty like easy, like this isn't hard. I have my towel on my lap ready to go. You always want to make sure you have a towel with you because this is boiling hot water and you don't want this water to fall on you because that sucker will burn, okay? Alright, so let me grab this pot. You can see that smoke. I don't know if you can see all of that smoke. So I'm sitting on my lap on top of the towel and I'm just going to dip one side into the pot. You can see it all gets wet. Okay. And then I'm just going to go ahead and set the pot down really quick. And then I'm just going to grab that hair and pat it with the water. And I'm patting it and pulling it down because I want the ends to be straight. When you put it in the pot, sometimes it curls up. As you can see, like this one kind of waved up a little bit. So that's why you want to pull it downward so that it stays straight if you want it to be super straight. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just gonna let that side go and it's going to just drip dry from now on, but we are gonna clip those ends because they're a little bit scraggly. Let's do the other side. As you can see, and what the hot water does is it go ahead and it seals the ends as well. So the braids shouldn't unravel. If they were unraveling, mine were not, but just in case they were. So now I'm gonna go and get my scissors so we can cut. So now I'm just going in, I'm just cutting the ends of the hair. Just the parts that were kind of sticking out. I like the length of it and I like the fact that it comes out to like this bit of hair like that. So I'm gonna leave most of that hair. Alright, so as you remember yesterday I put edge control on and I did leave the house earlier today, so I'll put on a little more. I just left the house with my hair up in a bun. And my edges should be laid, and they are. So before I can say I'm done, we're going to add some accessories and some mousse, or mousse and then accessories. These braids look awesome. Okay, so I put the mousse on off camera, and now I'm going to use some of these. And you probably see these all the time on people's braids these days, like they're so common. One of these strings thing, I did actually use one braid and I braided it in. And this one, but you couldn't see it that well, but it's like a little accent, I braided it in. And then I'm going to use also one of these little springy things. You can use whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. Or you can use nothing at all. Like some people just like their braids to be traditional, which is also fine. So I'm just going to put them in random places and style my hair some way somehow. So I'm going to start with probably this braid and put the string on it.
Digits on the beat. Digits on the beat.
Okay guys, this ends my rubber bands box braid tutorial. I hope you all enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell for notifications, and thumbs up this video because I know it was awesome. And also, if you don't know how to braid and you learn how to braid from this video, please let me know down in the comments because the way I hope that, like, you know, I'm trying to get better with explaining how to do certain things, so it'll be nice to know if how I explained it worked for you. Okay, flowers, I'll catch you in my next one. Be blessed, be amazing, be fortunate, be awesome.